right, guys, welcome back to another video. So we have this information here that came out yesterday and I thought was pretty interesting, and it has to do with Halo. As we know, Halo right now, you have Halo Master Chief Collection, you have Halo Infinite, and I would say it is in a much better spot than it was with the release of Halo Infinite in terms of content. Season 4 has come out. It is doing pretty good, but Halo the Master Chief Collection has been an incredible collection for many years now. In my opinion, it is the best collection out there, with one package of games, with all the multiplayer stuff, all of the single player stuff. And I love Halo, so maybe that's why I think that, but it is an incredible collection. It obviously had its rocky start with the release and not being able to play online and all the issues that happened with it, but it is in such an incredible place right now, and they're still adding content, and we have some cool stuff here that looks like is going to be making its way in. First of all, they are going to be working on content that was removed, and they're going to be restoring that content. Modders are actually going to be working with 343 to do this, and it says here, as spotted by PC and Games and the mod team Digsite, they've been working with 343 over the past year, saying of particular interest to us were design and production documents, Bungie feedback, notes, tags, compiled maps, and source data for previously unseen multiplayer maps. I love to hear about the unseen multiplayer maps, unseen content for Halo. If they are able to give that to us, add it into the Master Chief Collection, I think that's always a huge win. It's always cool to go back into the history books and see kind of where this game started and some of the stuff that they had to cut from the game to get the final product, which, I mean, Halo Combat Evolved is a masterful game. So any content that wasn't there in the original work always will be welcome to see. And they're also talking here about multiplayer maps that were originally developed for the PC port of Halo Combat Evolved, saying that Gearbox had made a bunch of brand new textures that were not being used whatsoever. And from the Digsite team, they say, I felt it would be a shame if these textures never got used, so I decided to remix Indoor into a brand new map that could better utilize these newfound bitmaps. So very cool to see that happening. But then we get over here to what I think is going to be one of the cooler things that will be added into the Master Chief Collection, and that is the infamous 1999 Macworld demo for Halo. If you didn't know, Halo was originally supposed to be coming out on the Mac. They were developing this game for the Mac. They had announced it for the Mac before Microsoft came in, and the whole Bungie situation where it became the premier Xbox game, the reason to go out and buy an Xbox. But it looks like they're going to be restoring that demo and giving it for us to play, saying it took some work to get it running in the MCC. We've set it up as a sandbox to play and explore and repurpose for your own mod. So very cool. And if we go to the whole thing here with the Macworld demo itself, we have this. And this is the unveiling. This is the actual trailer that they showed off. You have Steve Jobs here on the stage, and you can see what this game originally was looking like when they unveiled it for Mac. I mean, it looks like Halo. This doesn't really look like the Master Chief. It does sort of, but there are differences here. And you can just kind of see the graphical fidelity that they had back then, 1999 for Mac, and just the overall textures and character designs and vehicle designs, all very reminiscent as to what we have right now within Halo. But this was an infamous trailer that people wondering what happened to it, right? Because it came out on Xbox, didn't come out on the Mac. And is this something that was ever actually playable for gamers? And it looks like it's going to be restored, put back into the Master Chief Collection. Now, it's funny because if you look at exactly how they explained what Halo is different than what we got. It says, today, Bungie Software announces Halo, a game that shatters the confines of typical game environments. Halo is a third-person perspective sci-fi action epic that takes place indoors, outdoors, in the sky, and beneath the surface of a world of astonishing realism and visual impact. So they originally had this phase as a third-person game before it did come as the premier first-person shooter on the original Xbox. So I hope this does work out, and I really hope that we get this soon. I would love to just jump in and see what this entire Mac demo was all about. So that is very cool in terms of Halo, the Master Chief Collection. That is just continuously growing more and more after all of these years, and I hope they honestly never stop putting content into this game. You could keep this alive, because if you go back right now and you play Halo Combat Evolved, you play Halo 2, you play Halo 3, play them all these games, they still hold up extremely well. They're still a ton of fun. The multiplayer is still awesome to play. So great to see more stuff coming over. Okay, jumping over here. So we're in July. Usually around this time, we start hearing more and more about the next Call of Duty in terms of people actually seeing it and potentially playing it and the unveiling, all that type of stuff. And it is happening again here as Call of Duty 2023 has been revealed to NBA players. This is right now happening in Vegas, I guess, during the NBA Summer League. And it says here that the Call of Duty 2023 will need to wait a bit longer for more information. But if you're an NBA star, you can get the inside scoop right now. Over the weekend, players competing in the NBA Summer League in Las Vegas are being given an exclusive look at Call of Duty 2023. And what we know right now about the upcoming Call of Duty from all the speculation is that this is going to be Modern Warfare 3. They're going to continue with that, and it is going to be a full premium price game. This isn't going to be an add-on that some reports were coming out with, that you were just going to be able to make this like a DLC thing, and it wasn't going to be a fully priced Call of Duty, but that won't be the case. And to me, that's kind of unfortunate. I was hoping that with the Call of Duty right now, I feel like it's in a state that you don't need to release a premium game every year. And if Xbox does get Activision Blizzard, I would love to see them reduce the releases of Call of Duty, make it every 3 years or something, maybe every 2 years, but give it a little bit of space between the games, because people are still playing the heck out of them when the new one rolls around. And at the same time, there's still good games that you just can add some DLC, a bit more content in there to keep them going for 2-3 years, and it'll get people more excited when that new one actually drops. Now, Modern Warfare 3 back on the Xbox 360 days was a good game. I enjoyed it. To me, it was a drop off from MW2, of course. I mean, MW2 to me is the GOAT when it comes down to it all in terms of all the Call of Duty games. That one and Black Ops I really did enjoy. So when it comes to MW3 with the new style that they're going for, the current Call of Duty Modern Warfares are good. But again, this is going to be premium, full price game. And they do have a bit more information here in terms of information that Insider Gaming got about this game. It says, for Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, several sources have said that the mode is essentially an Outbreak 2.0, and it's understood that Activision is currently weighing the possibilities on if the mode should be part of the premium title or not, or if it makes more sense for the mode to be a free-to-play experience. So Zombies, we'll see if that comes as well as free-to-play or part of the game itself. And we can expect this stuff, the beta weekends for PS4, PS5, because they still have that marketing deal right now with Call of Duty. So expect Modern Warfare 3 to be fully marketed on PlayStation. And we know with the Activision Blizzard stuff, everything is going to be parity from the Xbox perspective. I mean, there could be something in this upcoming deal for MW3 that PlayStation gets some content, some exclusive content like they had with MW2, which makes the argument about the entire parity thing with Call of Duty just absolutely asinine from the PlayStation perspective, when they are literally doing all of the things they are accusing that Xbox may do if this deal does happen with Activision Blizzard. So they're showing off the game, it is getting closer. I have a feeling it's not going to be that much different than MW2. It's probably going to look very similar and play very similar, but we will wait and see more as beta weekends are going to be coming in October, it sounds like. And from the actual FTC documents, we did see that the game is going to be releasing in November. Now, when it comes to Activision Blizzard, a lot of people think tomorrow or today, I should say, because I'm filming this the day before, but a lot of people think today is the big day as to when we are going to get the decision from the judge. But the FTC versus Xbox versus Microsoft, and if the preliminary injunction is going to be granted. Today, a lot of people have their fingers crossed because people thought it was going to happen last week, but it didn't. And we have an update here from IDAS giving us an idea as to what we can expect if the preliminary injunction is not granted, if it is denied. First of all, there are other countries out here that still have to go ahead and approve this deal, but none of them are really that important, right? Let's be honest here. None of them are nearly as important as the FTC's approval here. This is going to be the biggest one. They have the CMA as well, and the EU already approved it. So those are the three big ones. But every other countries, there are other countries that still need to take a look at it. So first of all, Turkey says they have to make their decision. There's no cloud gaming there, so on a conditional approval, it does make the most sense. It's probably what will happen. Canada, where I live, they sent in the letter, all this type of stuff. And I said in my previous video, it's just, to me, it just sounds like wasted time, political posturing to go along with the FTC, be the nice Canadians that just are agreeable with what the US wants to do. But what I understand about Canada's ruling on this is that it doesn't matter. We already waited too long to make a decision. It says here at the bottom, however, and according to the merger agreement, the merger can be completed if Microsoft and ABK obtain clearance to consummate the transaction, or applicable waiting periods or any extension thereof have expired or been terminated in each applicable jurisdiction. Microsoft said that the waiting period in Canada has expired and that the borough missed the window to block. Therefore, they can close whenever they want. So the deal itself, whether Canada comes out against it or not, I guess they can't really do anything. Microsoft can still close it even if Canada decides that they want to be against this deal. And they say here that Canada updates the list of concluded merger reviews on or after the 10th calendar day of each month, and nothing has been published there. Next week may be the right moment to get a definitive answer about this because the list should be updated again. So today's the 10th. Maybe we will see exactly what is going on in Canada when it comes to this deal, but it really does sound like it doesn't really matter. They can still go ahead and close the deal. Comes to New Zealand, the 17th is the big day. That is when the decision should be expected. I'm guessing they aren't going to delay it again, or can they even delay again? But the 17th is when we should expect a decision from New Zealand. Australia, the review process has been suspended since September 8th, 2022. And it says here, I read that the Australian Competition and Consumer Commission and the Commerce Commission from New Zealand usually work together. So maybe they decided the decision from New Zealand is going to be valid for both because the markets are very, very similar. And I guess that's kind of what when I say Canada just wants to agree with the US, the markets are extremely similar, I would think, when it comes to Xbox. So they're probably just going to go along with whatever the FTC does. Now we have the whole UK stuff with the CAT and the CMA and the appeal, and that is going to take a little bit longer for a decision to be made. But this is where we are. And these are the countries that you need to look at after if the preliminary injunction isn't granted, because Microsoft, Activision, they're going to go ahead and close the deal if it isn't granted. And if it is granted, then right, we're going to have to wait and see if they decide to go back and negotiate, or if they just walk away from the deal and pay the $3 billion termination fee. But I'm going to leave the video there, guys. If you did enjoy this video, hit that thumbs up. If you are new here, hit that subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.